Ladies and gents, welcome to tonight's episode of Les Morte d'Arthur. Tonight, Sir Lancelot will make his long-expected return. Where's he returning to? Where's my stick to begin with? Return to Camelot. I had it, ladies and gents. This is awful. I keep tidying up before the show. And so I don't have my fake sword to wield. I need to get a job of prepping myself for this, don't I, ladies and gents? But anyway, the key point is Lancelot will return tonight, ladies and gents. He will return accompanied by his friends to Camelot to reunite, perhaps, with Guinevere. Although I might think that you should have some choice words for him after all the goings on that have gone on before now. So hello. I've changed the iPad case. Folks, and in doing so, I'm not used to the new one yet. There we go. That's better, isn't it? That's better. It's not falling over the place, and no one's going to get knocked on the head. So, oh no, what? I didn't do. Now I'm just hitting random buttons on Periscope and making bad things happen. But hello, Dawn. Hello, Kath. Hello, come in. I promise I will stop hitting random stuff now. Hello, Black Rabbit, by the way, watching. See, I'm faster on the uptake today for all of that. Welcome, everyone. Halfway through the week. It doesn't feel like we're halfway through the week because we've had an Easter, but we are actually halfway through the week, which is a most perturbing thing indeed. We don't use the word perturbing enough, by the way. Make a mental note, everybody, to use perturbing more in sentences. Anyway, ladies and gents. Shall we jump in with a quick recap and then launch into tonight's show? I think we should. And so, ladies and gents, as you might well recall, Sir Lancelot, most rubbish lover in all the realm, says I, has been cast out of Camelot, cast out of England for infidelity. And we've got to stop here, ladies and gents. We have to stop when we use the word infidelity in regards to this situation, because I've been harsh on Lancelot these past few nights. Yeah, okay. I'm going to be controversial here, Kath. Let's not forget that this whole time, Guinevere is technically cheating upon King Arthur. And King Arthur is being lied to by Guinevere and Lancelot over this whole affair. Literally affair here. So really, Guinevere is having a go at him, for cheating when she is cheating herself. So, all I'm saying is actually, I still think that Lancelot is in the wrong, to be clear. Still think he's in the wrong. But it's not as if Guinevere herself isn't to blame, slightly, for encouraging this kind of behaviour. She began it. And Guinevere is equally a bad queen as Lancelot is a bad knight and rubbish best friend. Oh well. Tristan will be back soon enough, ladies and gents. When Tristan comes back, I become a much nicer, happier, more complimentary chap, instead of looking down at these sinners with scorn. Anyway, Lancelot kicked out of England, kicked out of Camelot by Guinevere, who was most upset. And so she should be, Kath. So she should be. Everybody else gets beheaded in this story. But It seems that after 2 years, and poor old Lancelot being driven to the point of madness, literally madness, after 2 years, Queen Guinevere has recanted. She has decided that actually she would quite like to have Lancelot back at court, and so she has sent out her knights, sent out Sir Percival, sent out Sir Ector de Marie to go and return Lancelot to her. And at the end of last night's episode, ladies and gents, Ector and Percival encountered Sir Lancelot for the first time. Lancelot admitted his true identity. He had been living in secret. And now the question, ladies and gents, is how will they manage to get him to return? For Lancelot is wrought with guilt over what he has done. He's claiming, in fact, that he was forced into cheating by a black spell. Ladies and gents, let's get into tonight's show. Now, we leave our talk of Sir Lancelot in the Joyous Isle, who was there with the Lady Elaine and Sir Percival and Sir Ector, and we turn instead to discuss Sir Bors de Gagny and Sir Lionel. Those knights also had sought Lancelot for 2 years, and never could they hear of him. And as they thus rode, by adventure they came to the house of Brandegore. There Sir Bors was well known, for he had begotten a child upon the king's daughter 15 years before, and that son's name was Helene Leblanc. And when Sir Bors saw that child, it looked like him passingly well, and so the knights there had good cheer of the King Brandegore. And on the morn Sir Bors came before King Brandegore, and he said, "Here is my son, Helene Leblanc. That, as it is said, he is my son, and since it is so, I will that you know that I will have him with me, and I will take him back to the court of King Arthur." "Sir," said the king, "you may well take him with you, but he is of a tender age." "As for that," said Sir Bors, "I will have him with me and bring him to the house of most worship of the world." So when Sir Bors should depart, there was made great sorrow for his departing, and great weeping was made there as well. But Sir Bors and Lionel departed anyway with Sir Bors' son, and within a while they came to Camelot. And there at Camelot was King Arthur. And King Arthur was asked to make Helene Leblanc, who was Sir Bors' son and nephew unto King Brandegore, a knight of the Round Table. And he did. And in due time Sir Helen proved himself to be a good and adventurous knight. But now we will return again to the matter of Sir Lancelot. Trust Mallory, by the way, to go, we were talking of Sir Lancelot, but for about 15 lines, let's go and talk about Sir Bors. Let Sir Bors have a kid, let him bring it to Camelot, and then we'll go back. Mallory was put in prison. I don't think he was put in prison for randomly changing tack in his stories, but certainly it should have been aggravating circumstances at time. Anyway, it befell upon a day that Sir Ector and Sir Percival came to Sir Lancelot, and they asked him what he would do, and whether he would go with them to King Arthur or not. "No," said Sir Lancelot, "that may not be by no means, for I was so entreated at the court that I cast myself never to come there any more. But, sir, said Hector, I am your brother, and you are the man in the world that I love most. And if I understood that it were your disworship, you might understand that I would never counsel you thereto. Hello, Amanda, come in! But King Arthur and all his knights, and in especial Queen Guinevere, made such due and sorrow that it was marvel to hear and see. And you must remember the great worship and renown that you are of, and how it was that you have been more spoken of than any other knight who is now living, my lord. For there is none who bears your name now other than perhaps yourself and Sir Tristram. And therefore, brother, said Hector, make yourself ready to ride back to court with us. I dare say that there was never a knight who was more welcome at that court than you. And I know well that you can make it good with the Queen, said Sir Hector. For it has cost my lady Queen Guinevere 20,000 pounds in sending knights to seek you. Well, brother, said Sir Lancelot, I will do after you counsel. I will ride with you. Until they took their horses, and they made themselves ready, and they took their leave at King Pelles and at Dame Elaine. And when Sir Lancelot should depart, the Dame Elaine made great sorrow. My lord Sir Lancelot, said Dame Elaine, at this same feast of Pentecost shall your son and mine Galahad be made knights, for he is now 15 winters old. Do as you wish, said Sir Lancelot, and God give him grace to prove a good knight. As for that, said Elaine, I doubt not, for he shall prove the best knight of his kin, except for one, and then shall he be a man good enough, said Lancelot. Almost at the end of tonight's tales, ladies and gents, Lancelot has been persuaded to return to the court of King Arthur by his brother Sir Hector, for in the 2 years that he has been gone, he has been much missed by all there. Presumably especially so by Arthur, who had no idea the real reason why he had left. And Guinevere has spent 20,000 pounds in sending knights out to chase him down. So now does Lancelot return, bringing with him Sir Galahad, who will be made into a knight. Then they departed. And within 5 days' journey they came to Camelot, that is now called in English Winchester. And when Sir Lancelot had come among them, the king and all the knights made great joy of him. And there Sir Perceval de Galis and Sir Ector de Maris began, and told the whole adventures that Sir Lancelot had been out of his mind for the time of his absence, and how he had called himself Le Chevalier Malfait, the knight who had trespassed. In 3 days there, Sir Lancelot duelled and tourneyed and smote down 500 knights. And ever as Sir Ector and Sir Perceval told tales of Sir Lancelot, Queen Guinevere wept as if she should have died. But in the end she made great cheer. "Oh, Jesus," said King Arthur, "I marvel for what cause Sir Lancelot went out of his mind. I and many others deem that it was for the love of the fair Elaine, who was daughter of King Pelles, and by whom it is said that you have gotten a child, and that child's name is Galahad, and men say that he shall do marvels." "My lord," said Lancelot, "if I did any folly, I have what I sought." And therewith the king spoke no more, But all Sir Lancelot's king knew for whom he went out of his mind. And when there were great feasts made and great joy, and many great lords and ladies, then they heard that Sir Lancelot had come to court again. And they all made great joy. And there, ladies and gents, we end tonight's tale. But there's always a but, isn't there, ladies and gents? But even though tonight's tale is ended there, I am very excited to announce that tomorrow night, ladies and gents, is a special night. For my favourite knight, the greatest knight in all the world, the one true lover, Sir Tristram, is to return to the court of King Arthur. That's right, ladies and gents. Tristram and Isolde, the true belles of the ball, the kings and queens of summer, are to return. So, ladies and gents, join me tonight. Not tonight, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, as we get Sir Tristram coming back to court. It will be worth turning up for. That I assure you. That I assure you indeed, ladies and gents. Ooh, where did I put? I'm going to put that there. I've got many papers on the desk at the moment. It's difficult for me to find a place to put the book. Anyway, short tale tonight, ladies and gents. Short tale that. Mallory not at his full pace. So we've got 10 minutes until Poetry Live. Poetry Live tonight, which will be a John Cooper Clarke, as requested. So I don't think so, Danny. I don't think it can get any better than that. If you did Fog Rolls Island as well, it's been a while since we did Fog Rolls Island. I might do some Fog Rolls stuff while I'm on holiday. You never know. If we could do Fog Rolls Island plus Till Bashing plus Tristram all in one night, that would be the perfect night for me. It'd be like Marvel Action Hour all over again, which used to be one of my favourite TV programmes. The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man, and the Fantastic Four cartoons, all in the space of an hour. That was it. There is Clarke this evening. Kath, Poetry Live coming up next. John Cooper Clarke, especially for you. Especially for you, Kath. It's still to come. So I'm very, very much looking forward to that. He says, finishing off his drink. But that's still to come. So, ladies and gents, I'm going to go downstairs, make myself a new drink, and then I shall see you again in about 10 minutes' time for the next episode of Poetry Live. John Cooper Clarke coming up very, very soon. Bye-bye.